don't even know what to say because of what time it is. So I'm just going to say greetings to everybody. Hello and greetings to everybody and anybody that is up right now and actually live with me as this is happening. I uploaded a video today. I just uploaded it. It's actually uploading as we speak. So I uploaded a video over me getting a scalp detox and just showing you all who I'm shaking. That's how you know it's time to shampoo. Just showing you all how I also get routine scalp and hair care and how I try my best to maintain my hair routinely as well with the holistic approach that I give to my clients and that I tell you guys about in this video. And in these videos, I'm tired. I fell asleep. There was a knock at the door. I've been up. I said, let me be productive. I'm itching, so I'm about to do a scalp detox. Because I'm itching. And I don't like it. So I said, let me be productive and let me get on here and get on live and finish talking holistic scalp and hair care because the dang on video got cut off on the upload. So while I'm detoxing my hair, this is what I'm gonna do is make this live so that you guys can come back and watch it once you finish the upload. If you care to continue the conversation. Scalp and hair care is, especially holistically, it's very, very different than what most people are doing. And I have to reel it in. I had a talk with myself and I'm like, Mo, these people don't know nothing about what you're talking about. And you gotta teach them about holistic hair care because it's new. You had never heard of it. You've been in the professional hair care industry for 10 years. It wasn't hair care, it was hairstyling, cosmetology. But I had been in the industry for 10 years and I just heard about holistic hair care this year. So, you know, I'm 10 years in, 30 years old. I ain't never had scalp and hair care. I know that my hair is different from how it's ever been because I've never worn it because it was unmanageable. And I've tried many things. So, what I'm going to say humbly right now, before we even get started, is that when I get to talking and I start saying things that may go against, what you may believe to be good hair care and a great way to grow hair or hydrate hair or moisturize hair or whatever the case may be, I am not here to offend. I'm here to offer an alternative solution. I'm here to offer something different that works. And I know it's going to be a whole bunch of that going on because it's the middle of the night. I'm here to offer. I'm going to ignore the comments because I know that the comments are about to be crazy because of what time it is. But I'm going to ignore them because I need to stay. I need to stay on track. I'm already sleepy and I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. It's going to be a whole bunch of wild stuff going on in the comments. I'm not here to offend. I'm here to offer something different, a different approach to hair care, to scalp care, one that is working, one where I am seeing accelerated growth in my clients. I mean, they come in for 4 sessions. Each session is at 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks they come in. Oh, my video just uploaded. Oh my goodness, yes. Ignore these comments. If you're saying something sweet, thank you, but I cannot watch these comments, so I'm going to get too distracted. There's too much going on down there. This is a real test of, staying on track. Sheesh. They come in for 4 sessions, and each session is booked at every 2 weeks. And they come in for routine scalp and hair care. When I treat their hair, I do not use conditioner. I don't use oils on the scalp. I don't use relaxers or any chemical treatments to help us have more manageable hair. So a lot of my clientele is of women of color. So when we talk about our hair, the main thing that we go through with hair care and not wanting to wear our hair and things of that nature is manageability. So what helps us with having manageable hair is the approach that I use. There's nothing in the hair weighing it down, keeping it from being able to flow. And also, I don't use conditioner and things of that nature to hydrate. And what I use to hydrate, when you mix that with pressed heat, you have soft, silky, manageable hair for about 2 weeks. And in around that 2 week point, honestly, after a week, your hair is going to start being different, but it's still going to be soft. I wish y'all could feel my hair and feel the client's hair because I show y'all what it looks like, but y'all can't feel it. So I wish that you could and you could know how soft that it still is, even when it needs to be shampooed, even when a detox is needed, and it's time to go back in and get some more care. The hair is still really soft, really maintainable. When they come in, I'm always able, just like I'm combing through my own hair right now with this fine tooth comb, I'm always able to comb through the hair with a fine tooth comb with little to no snags. My ladies have natural shine. I don't have to put oil and stuff on their hair or their scalp for shine, nor do I have to put oil on the scalp for accelerated growth. So, holistic hair care versus regular hair care. What makes it holistic is that I'm focusing on the hair as a whole and how to improve it and make it better. So the thing about all of these different remedies that we have to take care of our hair, I'm not saying that they don't work, you guys. So I want to make that clear because sometimes I'm very passionate, especially when I find out about something new. I get real passionate about it. And sometimes I speak about it in a way where it's like, I'm talking to you like you already know what I'm talking about, which is crazy because I gotta tell you about it in order for you to know what I'm talking about. So I have to work on that. I'm not saying that the remedies that are out there don't work. I'm just saying that in my experience, I have tried a lot of these remedies and they did not work as well for me as this holistic approach. And also, my clients feel the same. They tell me things like, my hair has never felt this way. My hair has never been this soft. I can't believe how fast it's grown. Things of that nature. And I'm not doing anything that's traditional outside of like silk pressing, shampooing. You know what I mean? But even with shampooing and even with the silk pressing, there's a method to my madness. Like, there's a method to everything that we do, from the tools that we use, the combs that we use, the shampoos that we use, the holistic water that we use, the blow dryers that we use, the flat irons that we use. There is a method to all of that because we've taken the time to think about everything holistically as a whole. That's what holistic means. It means looking at something as a whole rather than just taking one little part of it or whatever the problem is and just looking at that and not looking at nothing else. In order to understand the problem for real, you got to look at everything. So my thing with the remedies that are out there is that they don't look at everything. Let's use hair growth oil and like hot oil treatments, for example. Now, I see some people that say they use hair growth oil and their hair has grown. Okay? So I'm not saying that it doesn't work. However, I see some people that say they use hair growth oil. Their hair has grown, but it doesn't look healthy. And then I see some people that use hair growth oil and their hair has grown and it looks healthy, but it also looks weighed down. Because anytime that we're using oil on the hair, it's going to weigh the hair down. That's why some people don't like conditioner already, because they say it makes their hair oily, it makes their hair greasy, it weighs it down, things of that nature. So the same thing with oil. Anytime you have excess oil and stuff on your hair, it's going to weigh your hair down. So like for us, when we first get a fresh silk press, we come in, we get our scalp care, we get our holistic cleansing, we get our blowout, we get our silk press. That hair be silky, it be shiny, it be flowy, and all of that good stuff, right? Once you start getting into that 7-day point, that 1 week mark, you've collected oils because you produce oils on your own. So to me, in my opinion, the only way that you should be getting like hot oil treatments is if you have an issue producing sebum on your own. Because if you don't have an issue producing sebum on your own, after about a week, there's oil that's began to accumulate from coming out of the scalp and the pores, and it's starting to sit on the hair. And the hair is not freely moving the way that it used to move. Like, you're noticing, like, okay, it's still soft and it's doing a little something, but it ain't looking how it was looking last week. That's how you know it's closer to time. It's about time for that appointment. By the time you get to week 2, you may even be a little poofy. Your roots on the inside, if you're not doing daily care to it, maybe done got curly and poofy. You may have new growth sprouting out that's super curly that we ain't been able to treat with my water yet. You know what I mean? So your hair, you can tell the difference when you do it holistically in the time that you go between appointments, like the difference in your hair, which I think is necessary, because when you're just doing something and you realizing results in one way, but you're not taking the time out to look at the overall thing, you'll think that something is working well when maybe it's only working well in one way, but it's damaging it in another way. Because the thing about hot oil treatments and hair growth oil on the scalp, I'm not saying that it don't work, but I know that the cause of dandruff, all right, is excess oil on the scalp. So what does this tell me? This tells me that if you are using a scalp oil on your scalp and you're putting excess oil on your scalp and you already produce oil on your scalp, that's too much oil. All right, and that's gonna cause scalp buildup. As you continue to secrete oils, as you continue to sweat, as you continue to put product on your hair, you begin to get scalp buildup. Scalp buildup is clogging your pores. This goes for men. This goes for women especially, because we about our hair, but men too, because men experience hair loss as well. Scalp buildup makes you have hair loss. All right. And when you have excessive scalp buildup and you're not getting no scalp care, you're gonna shed and your hair ain't gonna be as healthy as it could be. You know what I'm saying? If you were receiving routine scalp care, it's like you can't, how can I say it? We have to figure out holistically, like, what's causing the hair loss. Why are you losing hair? Are you shedding excessively? Is it coming out in clumps? Like, is it just breaking off? Like, what's going on? What's causing the hair loss? How often is this happening? How frequently is this happening? And then we have to look at the state and the condition of the hair. We also have to look at what you've been doing to it and what are you putting on it? What are you using to take care of it? Because all of that stuff plays a factor, and there are many products out there that claim to be helpful, and maybe they are for some people. I'm not gonna say that they not, but I'm just gonna say I done looked at what's in some of this stuff, and this stuff don't got no business in no place in nobody's hair, period, on nobody's skin, period, in my personal opinion. But what do I know? Okay, I do know since I haven't been using this stuff, my hair has been softer. It's been more manageable. I ain't never been able to comb through it with a fine tooth comb without being like, ouch. You know, I've always had thick, curly, can't comb through it hair. And then when I would try to straighten it out, it was always so daggone fine that I thought my hair was just nappy. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was just nappy. Oh, when it ain't got nothing on it, when I ain't, straightened it or whatever, it's nappy. It's curly, it's nappy. But I still felt like it was fine. But it's not. It's actually, I got high density. I just didn't realize. Because I didn't know a lot of stuff. And I'm a professional. So, I say all that to say, these remedies, if you're using them and they're working for you, then that's great. That's awesome. And continue to do it. But if you're using these remedies and it's not working, you're not getting the results that you want. If you relaxing your hair and your hair is coming out brittle, it's not soft, you having to put oil on it just to make it appear and feel soft. Because I'll tell you that anytime the hair is coated with something, it's wet, it's got some slick in it, oh, it's gonna feel soft. But that don't mean that it is. If you want truly soft hair without having to have nothing in it, if you want your hair to be soft without having to put nothing in it, shine, that's natural without you having to put oil in it, try a holistic approach. Try something new. Try something different. Because hot oil treatments have been around for a long time. And scalp oil and greasing the scalp and all of that has been around for a long time. And I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I believe that it does have benefits when it's done consistently. But another problem is it's not being done consistently, for one. And then two, with looking at what it can do as far as causing buildup, should it be done consistently? Should you be consistently putting oil on top of your hair, weighing it down, and then turning around and putting heat on it? That's why it smokes so bad when you come in to get it done. I will tell you that in these journeys, that's why I love what I do, because it takes 4 sessions to get to a full transition. So each session is like a little bit different, even though we're doing the same thing, because the hair is always in a different state. Session 1 is always the roughest session. So I'm not, as much as I need it to feed my baby, I'm not desperate for money and to just hurry up and get people to hop in my chair, I want people to come to my chair because they really want to do something different. And it's going to take dedication on their end and mine. And we're going to have to work together as a team to make their hair better. Because session 1, when they come in, ooh, that hair be, I ain't going to say toe up, but I'm just going to say it be going through fresh transition phase. So it's like rehab at any other place for any other thing. You coming in there that first day and you toe up. You done got in a car accident. You got to go do that neck and injury stuff. You in there, you toe up that first session. Or, say you just going through a detox and you need to go get clean. That first day, that's rough. Like anything that you commit to say, okay, I'm going to do something different. That first go round it's rough. But in our first sessions, there's always improvement from how they came in to how they leave out. Because that's how powerful scalp detoxing in my water solution really is. So they always notice, ooh, my hair feels different. Oh, my scalp feels different. And we ain't do too much of, putting extra things on the scalp or the hair. So, and when it comes to the holistic water, it's different, but it's water. And if you think about it, like if you just sit back and think and say, okay, I'm thirsty. Am I gonna go drink some oil or am I gonna go drink some water? I think that you would go drink the water. I would hope that you would go drink the water. But I don't know, everybody is different, so different strokes for different folks, right? But me, if you ask me, I'm gonna go grab some water. So when it comes to the hair, it's the same thing. I've discovered that it's the same thing. Yeah, I could use oil on it and it may do something to make it appear moisturized. See, you know, my hair services are for everybody. Let me say this, okay? Because my water solution works on anybody and everybody has scalp buildup. But there is only certain cultures that's about to understand what I'm about to say. All right? And I don't mean no harm, but I'm just keeping it real because that's what I do. Black folks, melanated folks, people that use lotion because you feel like you ashy. Now, you done put on some lotion, right? And you go on, and 10 minutes later, you outside, you walking around, you done put on lotion, you think you good, and you ashy as heck. You ashier sometimes than you was before you put the lotion on. And then you go and you get that thick baby oil, or you go get you some Vaseline, which I like Vaseline. I like Vaseline. But you go get you some oil or you go get you some Vaseline because you need something that's going to stick and keep your skin moisturized, right? But in order to do that, you got to be oily and you got to be greasy. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, it works because now you ain't ashy. You see what I'm saying? But now you oily and you greasy. And you go take you a bath, especially because that's why I used to like Vaseline. I ain't gonna lie, because I put some Vaseline on. I'll go take me a good shower and still be smooth for about 2-3 days because I done put on that Vaseline and it's still on my skin. Alright? I done had to be oily and I done had to be greasy just to be moisturized. But really, am I truly moisturized? Because if I was truly moisturized, a couple days later, I would need more moisture and have to start it all over again if I was truly moisturized. You got to get to a point to where, you know, you regularly hydrated. Yeah, we got to drink water on a day-to-day basis to consistently hydrate. But think about how water does in the body versus how oil does in the body. And then think about what it does on the body and on the skin. You go get wet, you stand in the sun for a couple of minutes, you dried out. But you go outside and you oily and you greasy and it's hot and it's sticky outside and see how your body and your skin feel. So there's the same thing that your hair is going through when you slathering it with oil. With oil. I'm not saying that it don't work. I'm just saying let's do something different, okay? Scalp and hair care, holistically, it is different because we take care of the scalp. Taking care of the scalp eliminates the need for scalp oil. Scalp oil ends up leading to buildup, which just goes untreated if you don't get no scalp care, which eventually clogs up your pores, which eventually, you know, causes you to lose hair. Because when your pores is clogged up and that hair, your hair follicle is unable to come through from the scalp to push out, it's suffocated. The hair is not growing the way that it should. It's slowed. It's hindered. It's like picture you trying to walk a race, right? And you got a heavy pile of weight sitting on top of you. It's going to slow you down. You're going to be dragging. You just... That's because you got too much stuff on you. It's the same thing with your hair. You got too much oil, heat protecting, serums, all different type of stuff that you done did to it, trying to make it better. When really, maybe the answer is, let's take some of this stuff away from the hair. Let's take it back a little bit. Let's take it back and use bare minimum. And let's see what the hair does on its own when it's cared for properly. So in place of scalp oil, I do scalp care. in place of hair oil and conditioner and relaxers to soften and to hydrate and all those things, my water helps with that all in one. To straighten the hair and give it that silky effect that a relaxer gives, we use pressed heat. But my water solution on its own will cause anybody's hair to be softer. It'll cause it to have more shine on its own without the use of heavy oils, without the use of serums, without the use of conditioners, without the use of hot oil treatments, keratin treatments, any of that stuff. All you need is a little more water. Only take 2 ounces if you got a whole lot of hair. I'm talking about a gang of hair. It only takes an ounce if you don't. So it really takes bare minimum of this water because water is hydrating. So it don't take a whole lot of it. Put some more water on your hair and baby, your hair gonna feel like something it ain't never felt like before. And you know, when you're tired of doing the same old thing, you'll go looking for something different. And when you find something different and it's working for you, baby, you be like, oh, I'm glad I tried it. It's always scary to try something new. But when you try it and you realize it works, you be like, dang, I'm glad I tried that. And that's how I feel about holistic hair care, and I think my clients feel the same way. I want to take more time to really explain it instead of just putting it out there, you know what I'm saying? Because things like this, especially when it's good stuff, is delicate. You got to handle it delicately. It's care, so we have to handle it with care. And unlearning things to relearn things is very challenging to do for anybody. I want to show y'all something that goes back to what I was just saying about lotion. So we can see I'm real crusty in between here. So I'm going to explain what happens with our skin and our hair and why we have that white stuff over our skin. It's the remnants of the tap water. We're constantly washing our hands, right? Because we're trying to kill the germs. So we're washing our hands and we're washing our bodies and we're washing our faces. And sometimes we get dry patches in our eyebrows and in the corners and the crevices of our noses. And we get ashy on our skin. It's the remnants of the tap water. It's the same thing that's making your hair have that dry kind of look to it when you first shampoo it and then you blow it out before you call yourself putting anything on it. And you look at it and you're like, why it looks so dry? So you go and you put oil on it so that it don't look so dry, but it's not actually solving the problem. It's the remnants of the tap water that's causing you to even have that film over your skin, over your hair, because that's exactly what it is. It's a film of all the things, the impurities, the lead. I don't even want to get into what's in the tap water, all right? Because we got to use it, because that's just how things are set up until we get filtered systems and, you know, things of that nature. But it's a lot of stuff in the tap water that you really wouldn't want on your skin, on your face. So what my water does, my water is a holistic water and it's a universal solvent. That means that it dissolves things. So the things that are left on your hair and your skin from the tap water, my water goes in and it removes that. So for the hair, when it's stripped of all of that stuff that was weighing it down and making it look some type of way and feel some type of way in the first place, you get softer, more manageable, shiny, more kind of what you should have if the tap water and stuff wasn't messing you up. That's what you get when you use my water. For the skin, y'all see, it's a little, alright, so when I spray my water on my skin, and I'm going to start going to the grocery stores and doing this for people so that they can see. Spray it on my skin, and I'm going to rub it in just like I would if I was using some lotion or some oil or something like that, right? And what happens when you're doing this is that you realize, oh, shoot, my skin feel different. Like it feel kind of soft. Because you feel it working as you working it through. And you're like, damn, kind of what is that? Because we all know what tap water feels like. I know people be skeptical because they be like, oh, water. Oh, water? It's a holistic water. It's a special water. It's a universal solvent. All water is not. You know what I'm saying? So water is complex. And if it's been messed with, it ain't doing what it should be doing. It's doing other things that it don't need to be doing. So this is a very different water. When you rub it into your skin and you use it in your hair, you immediately, because it instantly hydrates, my skin feels immediately better. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys my skin. Isn't that like crazy? Now, again, us as melanated people, how many times do you get in some water? You go get in some water and you come out moisturized, hydrated. You go hop in the shower, you go hop in the pool, whatever. You ready to go grab something after that because you're going to be ashy. You see how this is a different water. This is a very special water. It's very different. It's very special. It instantly hydrates the skin, the cuticle of the nails, and the hair. So instead of using conditioner, which a lot of times conditioner says that it moisturizes, it might even try to lie and say it hydrates. But I'll tell you one thing, oil does not hydrate. Oil moisturizes. Moisturizes is more on the level of soften, right? Where hydrate, you got to think about if you thirsty and you hydrating, it does something different. Hydration deals with like cooling the body off and all that good stuff. You be needing water to keep you going because we made up of water. So hydration is more related to water. It comes from water. H2O is what you equate hydration with. You need that to keep you filled. You need that to keep you going. You need water to live. So hydration is life, so to speak. If you want your hair to have life, it needs to be hydrated, not just moisturized. Moisturized is, honestly, if I'm being frank, moisturizing is slapping lipstick on the pig. Okay, you feel like you got dry skin or whatever, so let me go moisturize it. Not let me go figure out why I'm not hydrated. Let me go slap something on top of it and make it look like I am hydrated, but I'm not. That's what moisturization does. If you really take the time to look at it holistically and think about what you're doing when you call yourself moisturizing. You're putting something on top of so that it can shine, so that it can soften and have the appearance of being moisturized, glowing, shiny. Because we equate shiny with healthy. But just because you don't put some oil on your hair so that it can shine doesn't mean it's healthy. Because if it's weighing you down, if it's weighing your hair down and prohibiting the flow and the movement of your hair, it might not be what's best for your hair. Relaxers. I think that relaxers are necessary for ladies who have extremely short hair. And again, we're talking ladies of color right now. Ladies that have extremely short hair, say you had to do like the big chop, so you cut your hair, I mean like you had to do a ball fade or one guard all over or something like that for whatever reason, and it's so short that it can't really be gripped by like a flat iron or to silk press it, right? So then we would use a relaxer simply to get through the initial growth phase of the transition. But using a relaxer when you practice holistic hair care and using a relaxer, just using a relaxer, is two different things. So when you use a relaxer, just like a chemical color service, you are chemically altering the hair strand. The purpose of a relaxer is to take a curly hair strand and stretch it so that it becomes longer, straighter, things of that nature. Okay, so that's why we go get a relaxer, because we want straight hair. Right. Well, unless you have extremely short hair, I wouldn't suggest getting a relaxer because anytime you use a relaxer, you run the risk of it burning the scalp. The longer that it sits, the more it has the possibility to burn the scalp. And if you burn in the scalp, you're damaging the scalp. Hair is no longer, if it gets to the point where you have what we call chemical burns, and you got them scabs in your hair is not going to grow in that place until that heals. If you are regularly relaxing your hair, like I remember when I was relaxing, I was doing it regularly, and it was tearing my scalp up. Who to think about it, I could actually almost cry. But I still did it anyway because I felt like I needed straighter hair. I was relaxing my hair, not even so that I could wear my hair, but so that I could do certain styles back then because this is when I was really young. So we had things like sleek ponytails and things of that nature. We had swoops that went across our forehead, and you couldn't do that with no extremely curly hair. You had to be able to straighten it. You had to be able to manage it to get it to lay across. We didn't have all these different products that they've made today to help stretch and mold and freeze the hair. We had spritz, we had mousse, and we had relaxers. So we would relax our hair and we would set it and freeze it. So damaging to the hair. But that's what we would do so that we could have a style. My hair was toe up. My scalp was toe up. I'm talking it burned every time. I had chemical burns every time. So I had an accumulation of chemical burns, which means that my hair in several places on my scalp, and I could come to tears because I stopped relaxing my hair almost 8 years ago, and I just stopped having those places like still affecting my hair all this time later because I never took the time to reverse the damage that was done. So it continued. You know what I'm saying? I stopped relaxing my hair, but the damage that was done was continued because I'm still scratching at these scalps so they can't never heal. I'm still doing stuff to my scalp that, is furthering along these areas that's already sensitive, like putting edge control on them and they open, like my scalp is open. I know it is because I've been picking at it. I feel the scab that I done scratched off come off, and then I turn around and put edge control on my hair and on my scalp to braid my hair or something, and it's burning. I would be putting freeze spray and edge control on my edges, and my edges were always, we're most porous right in here and in the back, so that means you take in the most moisture, the most sweat, things of that nature right in there. So this area is usually always built up on its own. I'm got toe up scalp, and I'm adding products with alcohol, freezing sprays, all types of stuff to my already thinning edges, freezing the little bit of piece of pinch of edge that I do got, gripping that little bitty piece of edge up, and then putting braiding hair on top of it and into it, and then wondering why in a month when I'm taking it down, my hair is falling out. We do a lot of things as women of color to try to, maintain our hair. And just people in general do a lot of things, not just us as women of color. I just know I struggle a little bit better than others, but everybody struggles sometimes to try to maintain their hair in the way that they want it to. So instead of using heat protectants and serums and things of that nature to coat your hair, to try to moisturize your hair, you could try a holistic approach and use my water solution, which will instantly hydrate your hair. Not just moisturize it, it will hydrate it. So that means that your hair will be hydrated from the inside out. We're going to put that on your hair while we've just shampooed. So let me break down what happens when we shampoo. When you shampoo, sometimes the shampoo itself, depending on the pH of it, can get you close to opening up the cuticle, but most of the time the shampoo can't do it on its own. You need hot water, which is why we shampoo the hair with hot water, because the hot water opens that cuticle wide open, right? So then we go in, we shampoo everything that's in there. We're trying to remove the natural sebum. We're trying to get rid of the dirt. We shampooing, we shampooing, we shampooing. Now, the chemicals that are in shampoo to help remove the dirt, because you need something to clean, it's got to have chemicals in it. So when you shampooing and you using that shampoo in your hair, it's opened up from the hot water. So once it rinses, your hair, because it just hit that hot water, is still open at the cuticle. So meaning it's ready to take in whatever you about to put on it next. And once you continue to shampoo, you rinse that out, you go in and you usually condition, right? Crazy. You go in and you condition, right? Well, whatever is in that conditioner is what you about to lock into your hair. And if you ain't looked at the back of the bottle of your conditioner, I suggest that you take a peek, see what's in there, because you need to know what you locking up into your hair. My water solution is a holistic water. So when we lock that into the hair, instead of using conditioner, when I pour my water into your hair, instead of using conditioner while your cuticle is open, it's instant hydration from the inside out. So you instantly have softer, shinier hair before we even get to the blowout. That's why the blowouts be looking so like, dang, the blowout even look good, because the hair is already hydrated. The pressed heat goes in and gives it that silky, relaxed look, because you know that's why we used to sit up under the dryer. You want that heat to penetrate and continue to make the hair how you want it to be, molding it how you want it to be. But we don't need our hair molded. We need our hair pressed out so that that heat goes in within my water and makes it silky. That's what makes it silky. It's the pressed heat plus my water. That gives you silky hair, which gives you softer hair, which gives you more manageable hair, which gives you straighter hair without you having to go through a relaxer. It's a holistic way to have straighter, more manageable hair. I'm not saying that relaxers don't work. Like, I don't want the community to come for me, because I know how we could be. Please don't come for me. I'm not trying to poo on what is already out there. I just know what I've experienced, and it wasn't the best experience. So, oh, hey, Miss Kathy, what you doing up this late? I know what I've experienced. So, you know, when it comes down to that, I figured, well, I ain't the only one who done had chemical burns and my scalp toe up from relaxers and edge control and all that different stuff. I know I ain't the only one who edges done been toe up from using that stuff, trying to make my hair look like something. I know I'm not the only one who's put styling my hair and compromising the integrity of my hair just so that it can look like something. I know I'm not the only one. So this is out here, this holistic approach is out here. I'm putting it out here for people who want to do something different. I don't want to struggle with my hair no more. And I don't want to have to get a relaxer just for it to be soft and manageable. And a relaxer actually don't make it feel soft and manageable. Maybe you feel like it do. I disagree. Anytime I used a relaxer, I felt like I had went through a chemical process. My hair felt very different and it did not feel soft. Only time it felt soft was while it was wet with conditioner in it. The minute it was blown out, yes, it was straight, but it felt dull and it felt brittle. My hair don't feel like that. Even when I need a shampoo, my hair, it could be looking crazy. Kind of like it is right now, because I need a shampoo. I'm going to do that when I get off this live. My hair is soft. Like, and you can tell it's soft by the way that it moves. Hair that's stiff, that's dead, it don't move. It don't move. And if you just kind of, I just want you to dig deep and have an honest conversation with yourself. Like, is this stuff that I've been trying working? Has that been working on my hair? Has that been giving me the results that I'm looking for? Is my hair growing at a rate that I'm pleased with? Do I have the fullness that I want? And if the answer is yes, then keep doing what you're doing. But if the answer is no, or if the answer is I'm willing to try something different, talk with me about some holistic hair care. Because I promise you, it is different and it works. And it don't take a long time to see results. 4 sessions at 2 weeks out is 2 months. We see results, we see growth, we see increase in fullness, we see increase in shine, increase in manageability. The hair is better every time. And the wonderful, dope thing about this holistic approach is that even after session 4, you still get better each time. You still get better each time, and vice versa. You stop coming, your hair gonna revert. Might take a little minute, but it's gonna revert. It's gonna go back to how it was the minute that you stopped caring for it. Just like your body would. You've been taking care of it, and all of a sudden you ain't taking care of it no more, and you think it's still gonna perform the same? Cha! No, it's not. It's the same thing with your hair. So in order to have healthy hair, we just gotta take care of it. Oh, I could switch my bang back. No, I don't think I will though. I don't know, maybe. So yes, I just wanted to come through and have that talk. I feel like I've been blabbering, but I know that everything that I've been saying, I mean to say. And I really wanted to take the time to like break it down today, because I'm always like on the go and ripping and running. So I be trying to get stuff to y'all, and I be trying to get it to you quick. Like, I got something amazing. Let me try to tell you about it real quick in 30 seconds. And sometimes it just takes more than that. And then with the scalp detox videos, they be wanting to see scalp scratching. So I don't be wanting to do too much talking about hair care, because that ain't why they there. They there for the flakes. We here for the flakes. That's how they be. That's how they be. So I have to, create more time to make more content for you guys and really share with you guys what holistic hair care is and the results that it provides, And I do plan to do that. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. It is 3 o'clock in the morning. And in the morning, I need to do some admin work and get some things done for the suites. And then I have a meeting, so I need to get some rest. I guess go back and resume the sleep that I was getting before I woke up. I'm asleep. If you ever have questions about your scalp care, about your hair care, if you want to do something different with your scalp care, with your hair care, if you want to try a holistic approach and you're not in Dallas, you're not in Texas, but you have questions, contact me. I'm here. All of my information to link with me is in the link in my bio. You can head over to my link tree. My info is there. If you're here in Dallas, if you are in the vicinity, the cities that's close by, if you're willing to drive a little bit for better hair, contact me. I give free consultations. Know that it's a journey. Know that you have to be consistent. Know that you have to be willing to do something different. You're going to get sent home with homework and home care routine. Like, dang, I got to do stuff at home. Yes. Yes, in order to maintain healthy hair. So I pray that everybody is well. I pray that everybody has a great and wonderful rest of the week. I will be back very soon. Check out the video that I just uploaded over my own scalp detox. I just was trying to exfoliate a little bit myself. Child, I need to call my friend because it's getting rough out here. I'm going to go shampoo because I got this meeting tomorrow and I'm a little way down. And this is, I think I just got my hair done. Honestly, I want to say I just got my hair done last week or either the weekend coming into last week. So this is probably like maybe 7 to 8 days since the last time I had my hair done and shampooed. And you can see that it's not moving the way that it needs to be moving. It's still moving because it's soft. but it's not free flowing the way that I would like for it to be, especially back here on my dead ends, because that's your ends is the first to tell on you. Your ends gonna always tell on you, because that's what's the oldest, that's what's that dead hair. So it needs to constantly be, you know, so that it can be soft and it can lay right. But the minute that oil gets on your hair and starts to weigh your hair down, it really makes a difference in those lower density areas of the hair. You can always check your density by putting your fingers to it. If you can see your fingers through it, it's very low density. So usually everybody's ends, even with a weave, is fine at the ends. It's low density at the ends because everybody's ends are damaged most of the time. And yeah, you can cut it off and go on, and you can do that. Or you can take your time and trim over time, which is what I'm doing. So with that being said, you see how this oil got my hair looking 8 days later. And you tell me you slathering oil on your hair every day and never getting scalp care, and maybe you don't use a scalp brush to exfoliate your scalp at home when you shampoo yourself, and tell me that you don't have an overbuildup of oil. I can almost bet money you got dandruff. And I can help with that dandruff and that scalp buildup. Y'all have a great night. Thank you for coming and sitting on this live with me. Anybody, people understand you need to wash your hair every day. Oh, there's some questions that I can actually address. See, I was ignoring the comments for a little while because there was some crazy stuff going on. Oh, thank you. I do suggest that people take a shower on a daily basis, most definitely. What about locks? Locks are tricky. Locks are tricky. I'll talk about how I feel about locks real quick because I didn't see this in the comments. Locks are tricky. I don't want to say that you cannot fully get locks clean, all right, because I don't want to offend nobody, all right? I know people try their best to maintain and take care of their hair, you know what I'm saying, when they have locks. But here's my thing. You can't get to the hair as a whole when you have locks, because the only thing that you could ever comb through when you have locks is the new growth, right? So say that you come in for scalp care. This is why I don't service locks right now. Because say you come in for scalp care, right? And you got new growth. We scratch the scalp. We get the buildup off from the scalp. But it's buildup that's done collected in the locks. And I can't get off up in the locks to get none of that buildup up out of them, right? The most that I can do is from the new growth to where that hair starts to be twisted. That's the most I can do with trying to get that stuff out, right? So then we go in and we try to shampoo it to the best of our abilities. But again, the hair is entangled together, you know what I'm saying? So there's only so much that you can do to try to penetrate all of that and soak through all of that to get it as clean as possible. Now here's the thing about locks. You go through all of that, right? And then most people in turn go put some sort of heavy product on their hair in order to retwist and relock that hair back up. So then what you've just done is add a crap ton, a gang of product on the hair that you just went and spent an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours trying to clean and get everything out of it in the first place, and then you go and you slap that stuff right back in it. You can use this holistic water to retwist locks. However, it's not going to be in the same way that people are used to with that hard set look. See, and that's the difference between like styling the hair and caring for the hair, because you can't always get that crisp, hard, stuck, put together, you know, look that people be looking for. That takes sometimes massive amounts of product. and drying agents at that, like alcohols and propylene glycol and all of those different things to freeze the hair, to lock the hair in place so that it doesn't move, which to me constitutes is a breeding ground for scalp problems, hair loss. I feel like guys, when they have locks, and even girls too, because of so much product buildup and stuff, this whole area be ate up, and it be like lighter than any other area of they skin on their face, because it's done got ate up with product. You sweating in there, ain't nobody going in and taking the time out to get some of that stuff up for real all the way when they shampooing it. You know what I'm saying? They thinking doing this with their fingertips is getting it up, because I used to think it, but it's not. It takes tools to kind of remove some of that stuff sometimes, because of the layers of the stuff that's in it and the layers of how much we put it on without fully removing it in the first place. So locks are very, 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 very tricky. They can be cared for holistically, but they take time to be cared for holistically, and also it's going to yield a different result in the same way that it is even when you wear your hair straight and you do the holistic approach. It takes a couple of times. You got to do it a couple of times before you start to see real dramatic improvement to a point where maybe you feel comfortable. You might not feel so comfortable after that first session, but you know when you feel like, oh, dang, it is a difference in my hair. But dang, it's looking crazy. Well, that's because we got to continue to transition to strip everything that you've been doing to it away from it in order to care for it better holistically. I seen somebody ask, I don't shampoo my hair every day. I think that's excessive. I shampoo, to me, your check engine light for shampooing is when you itchy. So I noticed that I'm itchy, and I said, okay, it's time for me to shampoo my hair, deal with my scalp a little bit, and go in here and shampoo my hair because I'm itching. Anytime that you start itching, you know, all right, it's time to do something about it. Like your skin, our skin is so prone to so much stuff because we don't have a whole lot covering our skin. But with your scalp, you got your hair covering up your scalp. So I don't necessarily feel like it's necessary to wash your scalp and your hair every single day. But I do suggest washing it every 3 to 4 days if you really like get oily. Like if you produce a lot of sebum and you get oily fast and it's causing you to have like dandruff and stuff like that, yeah, every 3 to 4 days you should be shampooing for sure. I don't mean natural. I'm not meaning natural. I mean holistic. I don't mean natural. So I'm gonna end it with that, because dang, this live done been on for an hour. This is crazy. I'm gonna end it with my definition of holistic versus natural. All right, people who do natural hair care still use like oils. A natural hairstylist will still give you most of the time a relaxer. A natural hairstylist does like twists and twist outs, things of that nature. A natural hairstylist tends to do blowouts and braids and protective styles and things of that nature. That to me is not what I consider natural, because natural means that it ain't been messed with. Natural means it's natural state. It ain't been messed with. It ain't been altered. Holistic is different because I'm not naturally like this. Like I have to go through a process in order to get my hair to be like this. I say holistic because when it comes down to how I care for my hair and how I care for other people's hair, I look at the hair as a whole, meaning I look at scalp health. I want to know if you're taking any pills that may be affecting what's going on with your hair. I want to know if you're drinking water. I want to know what your diet is like. I need to know how much you sweat. All of these different things that go into what goes on with the hair as a whole. Like I'm looking at everything. I'm sizing up everything to figure out how I can better help the hair as a whole. So I don't pinpoint just one single problem. I figure out like whatever the main problem is, I go in and look at, okay, why do we have this problem? And I scan through everything, and I begin when I care, I begin to care for everything. First, we need a healthy scalp, so I'll start my services with scalp detoxes. Let's go ahead and exfoliate the scalp, get any buildup, get anything that's clogging the pores off of the scalp so that we're not preventing the follicle from being able to grow out and do what it's supposed to do, which is come down so you can have nice flowing hair, which is if that's what you want. Then we go to the cleansing part of the hair because we need clean hair. If we're going to do pressed heat, we need clean hair, period. But if we're going to do pressed heat especially, we need clean hair. So then to remove all that buildup and get all that junk out of there from the last 2 weeks or whatever, we shampoo. When I shampoo, I think about that holistically as well. I don't just shampoo people's hair and use my fingertips, and I ain't even really getting their hair all the way clean. I use a scalp brush. I use a scalp brush to get rid of any sebum that I wasn't able to get up, because I'm removing buildup, but I'm not doing nothing to strip the sebum from the hair when I'm doing a detox and I'm going through and I'm scratching the scalp. So then I use a scalp brush to help me with the shampoo remove any excess sebum that's in the hair that's still weighing the hair down, furthering to continue to get the scalp cleaner and cleaner. And then I use my water to hydrate the hair, which is going to cause the hair to be softer. It's going to cause it to be more manageable. It's going to cause it to have more sheen. So by the time you've left me, I've taken care of everything that involves your head and your hair. I've addressed all of that holistically. That's what I mean by holistic. Like, you didn't just come in and I just styled your hair and made it look cute. I worked on the integrity of your hair. I worked on your scalp. I took the time out to cleanse your hair properly. I done detangled it without you having to go through pain. I done blew it out without you having to go through pain. Sitting under the dryer for forever. I didn't add excess product to your hair to potentially give you more problems later on down the line with your hair just to style it. That's what I mean by holistically. When I say holistically, I mean I done looked at everything. Natural to me, natural is more, like I said, on the lines of natural hair. Just shampoo. I think they do a lot of hot oil treatments and things like that to try to care for the hair and what they feel is a more natural approach when people wear their hair naturally. This is not my natural state of my hair. If I put tap water on my hair right now, it's gonna look a lot different than how it looks right now. This is holistic hair because I've taken the time out to care for it holistically, so it is different than how it used to be. But this is not the natural state. I can't just expect it to always be like this if I do nothing to it. So I have to care for it holistically. I have to continue to care for it holistically. I hope that made some type of sense. I've been on live now for 62 minutes. It's been a long live. I was not expecting it to go this long. I do thank everybody for coming in and just sitting there and talking with me. Make sure you check out the video from my scalp detox if you want. I also have some talk in there at the end if you want to fast forward to the end, just about scalp and hair care in general. And some of the results that my ladies are seeing, all free from relaxers, conditioners, keratin treatments, heavy oils, serums. I don't put no oil on the scalp, none of that. And my ladies are seeing results. I would love to get some men in my chair to get some holistic scalp care. I got 2 that come in for detoxes. I never film them because they're so quick. But maybe I'll film that next time they come in just for you guys to see. If you have anything that you want me to cover, definitely leave that in the comments for me and I will work on it. Until next time, everybody be safe. Everybody be blessed. See y'all soon.